Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the topic I'm going to speak about is technology taking over our lives? Technology is all around us, and we use it every day. Let me explain with some examples. According to our recent survey, the average person will check their phone every 6.5 minutes. You probably don't even realize how much time we spend on our phone, laptop, tablet, or other types of technology. A lot of people are addicted to technology. Most people would struggle to go one day without using their phone. Technology is required for many jobs, so a lot of people have to use it to an extent. But even outside their jobs, people spend the majority of their time using different forms of technology. You use it to communicate with people, watch TV, check the time, listen to music, and many other things. Think of what life was like before you were attached to technology. I bet you spent your time doing totally different things than you currently are doing. Maybe you used to read actual books, go outside and enjoy the weather, spend quality time with your family, or communicate with people through handwritten letters rather than text and emails. The reality is our lives have completely changed because of technology. Nowadays, people use technology as a kind of filler. You check your phone while you're sitting by yourself at lunch. You get on your laptop when you're bored and think there's nothing else to do. You replace your family and friends with your phone because you spend more time on it than you do with the people around you. Anytime you're in an awkward situation, you pull out your phone and act like you're not paying any attention to anything. You no longer interact with people face to face because it's simpler to do it through text and email. All innovation of mankind has been to help solve problems and help and carry out activities faster and better to sustain health and life. But once made, these inventions are soon abused and used against our very own existence and survival. Nuclear technology is a good example of this. Here are some other areas where technology has taken over how we live our lives and do business. In finance, with online banking, financial transactions and business deals are now completed in a matter of seconds. Never have global transactions been this fast, secure, and efficient. In medicine and health, biomedical engineering is helping people that have lost their limbs because of accidents to regain some of the mobility and freedom by fitting them with artificial limbs. In energy and power, nuclear reactors and solar panels have boosted energy availability and power generation. As you can see, technology is hugely beneficial, but what is bad and dangerous is the abuse of technology. Most people have abused it and are continuing to abuse it. It's important to realize this. It's important to find a balance where you don't spend the majority of your time using technology. Learn to limit yourself to a lesser amount of usage each day. If you spend more time a day using technology than you are sleeping, you know you're doing something wrong. Please think about this. Are you letting technology take control of your life? Thank you.
Wow, that was really, really good. How long did it take you to write this speech and memorize it and everything?
Like about 3 weeks.
I can tell. That's amazing. You did such a great job. Your body language, everything was so natural and engaging and entertaining. And everyone here can relate to this message because our phone is like our arm, like a body part. We need it, right?
Yes.
So it was such a good choice of topic, and you did so well. You're so comfortable on stage, and I can tell you put a lot of time into it. It was very, very well done. Amazing, amazing job. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Vishniga, and today I will be talking to you about the reason I look up to my teachers. Something that we can all relate to is the complaint of all teachers. But what are teachers even there for? Some of you might think that teachers are only for giving lots and lots of homework and holding big tests. I've never had a teacher like that before. Maybe you have. Anyways, all teachers have a quote behind their back to deal with all the bad behavior, to grade your homework, basically to deal with it and to help you. And today, I'm going to tell you one of my favorite quotes that I actually got from a teacher. I know every single teacher says this somehow, some way, but here's my way of saying it. Teachers open the door to success, but you must enter yourself. Now, I love this quote because it shows that your life is in your hand. Your life depends on you. So, for example, when you want something, you behave like an angel. But when you don't really get something you want or didn't eat your breakfast or lunch, you don't behave bad, but you don't behave good either. Now, see, your life is in your hand, but other people think that you just want to get in trouble. So that's just being misunderstood. And teachers try to explain that everything is a misunderstanding. Well, not everything, but when you get misunderstood, it's normal. When you don't get what you want, it's normal. So please respect your teachers and don't be that student who gives the homework the day after they hand it to you. That just makes grading impossible because students give it every single day differently. So please respect your teachers. And here's the quote again so you can thank your teachers or bosses next time you go to school or work. Teachers open the door to success, but you must enter yourself. Thank you.
Hi, Vishnika. So you did really good. You memorized everything. That's great. And I like the one point that you said about how teachers open the door to success, but you must enter it yourself. That's 100% correct, and I'm proud that you were able to get that lesson so early on. What I would like to say is you can move around the stage. If you're comfortable just standing, that's also okay, but in terms of fidgeting with your hands and stuff, try to kind of keep your hands to the side or use it in gestures that go along with the topic that you're talking about, but that comes with practice too, so you're doing really good.
Hi, I'm Sharon Sivakumar, and I'll be going to grade 6, and I'll be talking about black holes. Have you ever wondered how black holes start, or how many are there? Hi, I'm Sharon Sivakumar, and I'll be talking about the inside facts on 3 different black holes and how they are formed. I'm talking about stellar black holes, supermassive black holes, and miniature black holes, and how those 3 are formed in the universe. Stellar black hole, also known, sucks up dead stars, and ranging to 5 to 10 several solar masses. If you didn't know what those were, they're a standard measuring unit in astronomy. These black holes are referred to collapses. These black holes are also 10 times bigger than our sun. Sometimes a star will orbit the black hole while it's sucking the dead star. When gas goes towards the black hole, it reaches a typical temperature of 10 million degrees. It gets heated up by gravity and friction. Alright, let's move on to supermassive black holes. Supermassive black holes are the largest type of black holes there are. It's millions to billions more mass than a typical stellar black hole. There are only a handful of these black holes, and most of them are far away, so it's hard to see them. Most of them are also in the center of galaxies, so including our own galaxy, the Milky Way. They only started before the Big Bang and been swallowing gas, matter, energy, all that to become the big supermassive black holes they are today. Miniature black holes, also known as micro black holes and mini black holes. The concept of the mini black hole is that it's smaller than a stellar black hole and introduced by Stephen Hawking. These black holes lived many universes ago and have no evidence of its existence to the present day. Imagine a stellar black hole, all its energy and matter all compressed into one small spot. Okay, that's it for the stellar black hole, which sucks up dead stars. Supermassive black holes, which form in the center of galaxies, including our own galaxy, the Milky Way. The miniature black hole, which is smaller than the stellar black hole, and introduced by Stephen Hawking. Well, thank you folks for your attention, and that would be the end of my speech. And who knows, maybe our technology advances in the future, so we are able to go through black holes without dying. Thank you.
Thank you, Shion, for your speech on black holes. It was a great topic that you chose. May I know why you chose this topic?
I was I kind of didn't know what I was gonna talk about, and then my brother told me that to talk about something that no one would talk about. So then I chose something from space.
Perfect. So it really looks like you're very passionate about space and black holes. It was very informative because it's such a mysterious topic as well, right? You did a great job of defining terms, so we really understood and we're on track of what you were speaking about. Your conclusion was also very well summarized, so you went back to your main points, so that was really nice. Next time, try and speak a little louder and slowly so that we can understand everything that you're explaining to us, okay? Overall, it was very well done and very informative. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Abhishek Sivakumar. I'm going into grade 10, and I'm going to talk about malnutrition in developing countries. Can I get a quick show of hands? How many of you just have forgotten to have one of your major meals? Anytime ever. Well, if you remember that feeling, the slight discomfort, kids all around the world have that same feeling for countless days at a time. They have no food at all, and at least 3.1 million kids die every year just due to malnutrition. In 2005, 58% of mortality rates were caused by malnutrition. First, I'd like to define malnutrition to everyone so that everyone knows what I am talking about. Malnutrition is defined by the lack of nutrients put into our bodies. A few diseases that are linked to malnutrition would be kwashiorkor and marasmus, all of which are caused by the lack of protein. Another main reason of why malnutrition occurs is because of poverty, and people don't have enough money to actually buy their food. This is the case with a lot of people in developing countries around the world. These kids in developing countries are not getting the food and nutrients that they need. Most die of hunger, and the rest die of other fatal diseases since they have no nutrients to protect them from anything. Malnutrition is the biggest contributor to child mortality. With all the direct and indirect deaths of malnutrition combined, it totals to 860,000 deaths in children under 5 years of age. You may think that trying to help these people will be really hard, because transporting food would be very hard as it costs a lot of money and they live on the other side of the world. But don't worry, as the UN's World Food Program is accepting cash and other monetary values as food aid. All you have to do is donate your money, donate your money, the required amount, and the UN will take care of the rest as they hand out the money to these people. As I said earlier, since these people are in poverty, they don't have enough money to buy their food. But if we get rid of their expenses, there's nothing in between that. Hopefully, the donation that you donate will do a lot for the people, and malnutrition becomes less severe because people in developed countries are reaching out and helping. This topic is a very sensitive one, as it doesn't feel right that kids about the same age as us don't have a dinner to get home to. Just by donating money to this program, then we give these people the same right that we all deserve. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhishek. You did a really good job. I liked how you started off with a response-based question that had really good audience engagement. You defined the key terms. You had a plan for action. Everything was well organized in terms of content. And it is such an important topic. Malnutrition, I was shocked. 3.1 million kids, you said, is that right? Die every year due to malnutrition. I did not know that. That's something that really kind of had all of us thinking about the severity of this issue. So thank you for choosing this topic. You really opened up our eyes on what we should be doing about this. So thank you. Great choice.
Hello, everyone. My name is Monish Maliwanan. I'm going to grade 4, and I would like to share with you my ambition of becoming an engineer. Ever since I was a little boy, I was curious about the world around me. I always wondered how things work the way they do. I asked myself, how do birds fly? How does fish swim? Or how do clouds float? As I grew up, I still enjoy trying to understand the world around me, and I still want answers to all my questions. I feel as an engineer, I can be a grown-up who thinks like the child I once was. I can still wonder how things work, but now I will be able to answer all my questions and satisfy my curiosity. An engineer is a person who makes the world a better place to live in. An engineer is someone who builds your favorite car, someone who builds your comfy home, and someone who makes it possible for you to watch a video on your phone. Without engineers, the world would be a different place. I wish to become an engineer one day to make a change in the world and make it a better place for people to live in. You don't need to be a super genius to be an engineer. You don't need to be tall and strong to be an engineer. You don't even need to be famous to be an engineer. All you need is to be curious just like me. I would like to share a quote with you all that inspires me. It was said by Walt Disney, a person who made some of our favorite cartoons. It goes like this: we keep on moving forward, opening new doors and doing new things, because we are curious and curiosity keep leading us down new paths. Thank you.
Hi, Monish. I'm glad that you came and told us about why you want to be an engineer. I wanted to point out that that was very personal, and it started off very personal as well. And that shows vulnerability. So that shows you showing us a part of yourself that you may not always show to everyone. So I'm commending you on that for sure. You can speak a little bit more loudly and to us. So when you're talking in the speech, instead of reading everything, take a pause every once in a while and look at us and talk to us. So it's like we're having a conversation. Okay, but other than that, I'm very proud of you, and that was a good topic.
Good morning. My name is Ashara. I'm going to grade 9, and today I'll be talking about how kindness can change the world. Kindness. What a simple way to tell another struggling soul that there's love to be found in this world. Alison Malie. How can we change the world? How can we make it into such an amazing place to be? With only one simple act of kindness, we can all change the world. Just imagine if all 7 billion people were kind and loving to each other. If they put their race, their looks, their wealth and status aside and were just caring. Wouldn't that be amazing? Sadly, this probably won't happen in our generation. It probably won't even happen in my lifetime, but kindness starts with you. Wouldn't you want to change in this world? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nishara, and today I'll be talking about how kindness can and will change the world. There's a quote that says, your wealth or status doesn't make you, your kindness and character does. And the best thing in this world is diversity and how different we are to one another. Unfortunately, this generation and the past few generations don't think that. No matter how different you are to one another, you don't deserve to get put down. In 10 years, nobody's going to care about how you look, how rich you are, or how cool you are. The only thing they will care about is how you treated people and how will you treat people. So, if you could do anything in this world, choose to be kind. What is kindness? To many people, there's different definitions of the word kindness. In my opinion, kindness means to do a simple act that can change a person's day. Kindness means to give someone love. Kindness means to spread the positivity. To be kind, you can do anything, just by saying a few kind words or helping someone with their bags. You can do anything to be kind. No matter how small or big the act is, you can change a person's day. As you all heard, kindness is contagious. It can start with one person and lead to millions of people. That first person can be you. Be the role model everyone wants to follow. Be the role model that changes thousands of people to be kind. No matter how big or small the gesture is, you can change a person's life. A woman in Minnesota shared a wonderful story I wish to share today. Her husband has recently died, and a coworker gave her a card every week saying, "I miss you and just thinking about you," for a whole year. She practically said it changed her life and it saved her life. As you can tell, even the smallest things can impact someone's life greatly. To wrap up, I just want to say there are going to be many negative people around you, but the best thing to do is to be kind. As Selena Gomez says, kill them with kindness. So, what are you going to do to spread the kindness? How are you going to help someone? And how will you change the world? Thank you.
Thank you, Nishara, for your speech on kindness. It's a great topic that you chose. You included some great points to get us thinking about kindness in this stressful world. I'm happy that you also chose to talk about diversity in the future of what kindness can do. You also used your cue cards very well in terms of delivery. You had some effective pauses throughout your speech that made it a little bit more impactful, so that was great. Overall, it was very well done. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Pregan and I'm going to grade 6 and I'm going to be talking about acids today. You can find these in fruits, batteries, and in your stomach. They can be rated on a certain scale from 0 to 14 and are found in lots of foods. Haven't caught on to what I'm talking about yet? Hi, my name is Pregan and today I'm going to be talking about acids. What is an acid, you may ask? Well, something that is acidic is basically anything that's under 7 on the pH scale. What is pH? Well, pH is what measures how acidic or basic something is. Normally when somebody mentions an acid, you think of those green and purple liquids that are kept in science labs that burn through almost everything. Well, that's true in some cases, but not most, as some acids are actually very helpful, as some give citrus fruit their flavor, some help us digest our food, and others are found in everyday products such as lotions and creams. The strongest acids range really low on the pH scale, like fluoroantimonic acid with a pH of -28, or aqua regia, a mixture of concentrated nitric and concentrated hydrochloric acid with a pH of around 0. These two acids are very deadly and will burn your skin insanely if it comes in contact with it. On the other hand, acids like citric acid and vinegar won't burn you, have a pH of around 5, and are actually edible. Now let's talk about one of the most used acids worldwide, sulfuric acid. With a pH of around 1, this acid is used in many industries, such as phosphate fertilizers. It can also be used as a dehydrating agent, as when mixed with sugar, it causes carbon to form, and sulfur dioxide gas and water vapor to rise from it. Now let's talk about one of the most important acids of them all, your stomach acids. Also known as gastric acid, this acid has a pH of around 1.5 and can be related to the power of that of battery acid. It can burn through most woods and some metals and helps us by digesting our food and giving us all the nutrients and good stuff from it. Here's some fun facts about acid. Did you know that you can neutralize almost any acid with a base, something with a pH of over 7? There are things stronger than normal acids, and they're called superacids. They have a pH of under 0. As I stated before, fluoroantimonic acid would be one of them, as it has a pH of negative 28. And depending on the molars or concentration of an acid, it can be stronger or weaker than itself. So say you had 2 bottles of a dangerous acid, one was 18 molars and the other one was 35. The one with 18 molars will be more concentrated, therefore making it stronger, so it would have a worse effect on you. So today I've talked about 2 acids, what an acid is, pH, and much more. But every speech has an end. And now I must end mine as well. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed.
Okay, thank you, Pregan. You did a really good job. Very informative. Lots of facts, a lot of big scientific words, some of which I've never heard of. So it was very well done. Just curious, why acids? Was there a specific reason?
No.
No, you just like science and things like
It
that?
just popped up in my head.
Oh, okay. That's good too. Well, it was a unique topic, I'll tell you that much. And you had a very good, strong appeal to logic. The only thing is maybe bring some personal connections into it, use some hand gestures and things like that, just to have a little bit of more audience engagement, but it was very well delivered. It's a good job.
Hi, my name is Sajant and I'm going to grade 8. As Jay Shetty once quoted, time is free but priceless. You can't own it, but you can use it. You can't keep it, but you could spend it. Time is precious because the time we have in our lives is less every second. But wait, there's more. Time is like a car. It doesn't drive by itself. To operate it, the driver has to drive it, and the driver decides which route to follow. Hi, my name is Sajant Ravindran, and I will be talking about the limited resource that we misuse and that most of us don't consider. And that is time. Imagine you wake up every day with $86,400 in your bank account. What would you do with it? Well, every day, 86,400 seconds are deposited into your life account. Well, if it was money, you would use it and use it wisely. Maybe not wisely, but you would use it. So why would you waste it when it comes to money? Well, why can't you just spend it properly with seconds? Those 86,400 seconds are so much more powerful than money because you can make more money, but you can't make more time. We really think that it's people wasting our time, but in reality, it's us giving them permission to do so. Don't let someone be a priority when you're all to them is an option. As I mentioned before, you are the driver of your own car. You have every single right to decide which route you should follow. Most of us lose the people most important to us because we don't value their time. It's just useless to cry after someone's gone when you could have just spent even the littlest amount of time with them. As I was talking about it before, there are really 2 voices that changes everything in your mind. Inside of us are 2 voices. One voice that uplifts and makes us more productive. And then there's the other voice, the voice that makes us lazy, the voice that restricts us from our potential. Every day, from the second we wake up to the second we fall asleep, is a battle between the 2 voices for small things like what time we should wake up, what we should wear, or what we should sleep. And guess who wins? The one that we feed, the one that we amplify. It's our choice of how we use our time, and we should spend it wisely. This time and date at Saturday, September 1st, 2018 at 10 o'clock will never ever come again in your life. This only happens once, and you should respect every moment wisely. Life and time are our best 2 teachers because life teaches us to make good use of time, and time teaches us the value of life. As William Shakespeare once said, time is very slow for those who want, very fast for those who are scared, very long for those who are sad, very short for those who celebrate. But for those who love, time is eternal. Thank you.
Hi, Sajint. That was a really interesting topic that brought a lot of depth to the topic as well. And I liked how you used a quote from Jay Shetty, who's a relevant motivational speaker. One thing I'd like to point out is I did notice you have a lot of passion for this topic, and I think that's amazing for someone of your age to think so in depth about time. That's not something a lot of us think about till much later on. But you can also remember to use your hands, your body language, and bring that emotion that you have that we can hear so clearly in your speech, but bring it to life. Other than that, it was really good.
Good morning, judges and fellow friends. My name is Kirti Mayuri Vivek. I'm going to second grade. My topic is about how to make this world a better place. Today I'll be sharing my goals with you. I want to make a difference. I want to make this world a better place. I can easily wish many things. But I'm only 7. I can't do everything now. Well, maybe someday I can. But for now, there are little things that I can do, that we all can do, to make this world a better place. One of them is to be kind. Henry James, a writer, once said 3 things in human life are important. The first, to be kind. The second, to be kind. And the third, yes, to be kind. You can be kind to, well, not just your best friend, not just your neighbor, but to a whole stranger. All you have to do to be kind is just smile. That's it. You can smile at someone that makes their day go well. Chances are they may smile back at you that makes you feel good too. Kindness is amazing. Given the choice between being right and being kind, choose kind. When you see someone pass through the door, always offer to hold the door for the person. When somebody holds the door for you, say thank you with a smile. That is kindness. Next is being honest. When you see something, try to find the owner. It probably means a lot for the person who lost it than it means to you. Next is appreciate. Who doesn't like appreciation? Me, you, everyone likes appreciation. When you play a sport, always tell the people on your team they played well after the game. An old Chinese proverb says, if you want happiness for an hour, take a nap. If you want happiness for a day, go fishing. If you want happiness for a month, get married. If you want happiness for a year, earn a fortune. If you want happiness for a lifetime, help others. Next is be polite. Be polite not only to your elders, but also to your younger ones. Forgive others for their mistakes. Don't get angry for these simple mistakes. These little acts won't cost you a penny, but they are priceless. The purpose why God created me is to help people, make them laugh, give them, and show them love. If we all abide by it, someday this world would certainly be a better place. We can make a big difference by being kinder and doing more good deeds. So here it is in a nutshell. From now on in your life, every day you will be faced with decisions. There will be a little bad guy on this shoulder trying to make you do the wrong thing, and a big good guy on this shoulder trying to make you do the right thing. Trust your conscience. Listen to the good guy. Life is a journey. By listening to the good guy, you may not always be the first to arrive, but at least you will arrive at the right place. So let's be a better person and make this world a better place. Thank you.
That was wonderful, Miss Kirti Mayuri Vivek. You did such a beautiful job, and you're such a sweet girl. That was a wonderful reminder for us all to be kind. And all of the quotes you had, the humor you had, you're so comfortable up there. All of it just made such a big impact. It was something that really touched my heart.
Thank you.
Really good job. You did an amazing, amazing job with this speech. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sujant Ravindran, and today I'll be speaking about the advanced technology and the misuses of them. Today in these worlds, we have many conversions, from cash to credit card, DVD to streaming services, mail to email, shopping stores to Amazon and eBay. Well, I'm talking about these because these services can be hacked, and There are many ways to hack though, but I have the true hacking services and facts about them. Well, today many people don't really use physical stuff and can move on to digital. Well, I'm awareing you guys since this is a global issue. Well, to hack all these services, you'll need Darknet. Darknet is where you can use the internet illegally and to hack like services. Well, to use Darknet, you need Tor, an onion router, aka browser. Well, like that's where you want to purchase, sell, or transfer, or even hack. For Tor, many people you purchase drugs, well, transfer files, a friend-to-friend network, and basically hacking. Well, today, for statistics, 15.4% has been used on Tor, 6.3% Bitcoin, 2.4% hacking, and 4.7% friend-to-friend network. Well, in your basic smartphone, do you have camera? Well, for hackers, it's a third eye because they can personally record your everyday lives and it's in their hands. You cannot escape from them. When you download a software or application, you click agree in terms and conditions because basically you all don't have the patience to read it. Many people actually don't have the patience. They just want to click it and get through it. Well, you're also giving your information, your photos, media files, music, information. You're literally selling yourself to them. Today we have lost many people by that. It's just, I can't even handle it. Although, today, many people are really scared to use the technology because of these hackers. We had many terrorisms, biowar, cyber war, and now, biowar, weapon war, and now cyber war. It's really dangerous to use technology these days, especially the apps that you want. Well, I have another thing to talk about. Whenever you post a picture on any social media platform like Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, many people like to tag where they went. But why they're tagging? Just to show off. Well, but basically when they show off, the hackers can immediately trace them and you can stalk them. They can even trace what did you do in your vacation, where you went. It's really hard to try to trace these people. That's why they're called hackers. Well, I'm informing you guys because it's a public issue, not a public issue, a global issue, and the rest is in your hands. And I hope you guys are all protected, and it's in your hands of what to trust and what not to trust. Thank you for listening to my speech about misuse of technology.
Thank you, Sujant, for your speech. It's a very interesting and relevant topic today. Definitely will be more mindful with technology. I'm glad that you started talking about the other side, another conversation of technology that we haven't really talked about or heard about recently. Throughout your speech, in terms of presentation, you used some good pauses. Maybe next time include some personal connections to the topic, and also slow down a little bit and speak louder so we can understand everything that you're talking about. But overall, it was really good. Thank you.
You wake up to a storm of unread notifications on your mobile phone. Your calendar is packed, activities sometimes double or even triple booked. You feel engaged and busy, but more importantly, you feel productive. However, you still think something is missing. You try to find out what exactly is the missing element, but before you know it, the next day starts. The world is just moving too fast. Many of you may know this feeling. That's how I, Srisa Virinchi, felt a couple of months ago. I felt trapped. I felt very anxious and very stressed. I wondered to myself, how do I keep up? How do I find fulfillment in a world that is moving as fast as we can think, and sometimes even faster? I was about to give up when I found Tao Te Ching, the Book of the Way and its Virtue, written 2,600 years ago, an ancient Chinese philosophical classic. I quite accidentally flipped to one particular poem, which struck me very deeply. Here it is. The supreme goodness is like water. It benefits all things without contention. In dwelling, it stays grounded. In confrontation, it stays gentle. In governance, it does not control. In action, it aligns with timing. It is content with its nature and therefore cannot be faulted. Wow, As soon as I read this, my stress and anxiety disappeared. Ever since then, I've been thinking about how to apply the concepts in this poem to my everyday life. Today, I would like to share with you 3 lessons from the philosophy of water. 3 lessons which I believe will lead to greater fulfillment in almost everything you do in your day-to-day lives. The first lesson is about humility. When you picture water flowing in a river, it stays low and gentle. It helps plants grow and keeps animals alive, yet it doesn't draw attention to itself. It doesn't seek any sort of reward or recognition. It is humble. Yet without water, life on earth cannot possibly exist. This has taught me a few things. 1, it is completely okay to say, I don't know, and seek help from others who may know better. Secondly, it is also important, instead of getting ahead yourself, to help others overcome their obstacles and allow them to succeed as well. This humble mindset has allowed me to develop richer and deeper connections with the people all around me. My life has become more fulfilling because I have been discovering new quirks, ideas, and solutions to problems I didn't know about before because of the people around me. Humility may be water's power, but for us, humility is a power that keeps us grounded. It keeps us present. It allows us to learn from and become transformed by the people around us. The second lesson is that of harmony. When you picture water flowing towards a rock, it simply flows around it. It doesn't get upset, angry, or agitated. In fact, it doesn't feel anything. Like water, when there is an obstacle, we should try to find a solution without force or conflict. While I was thinking about this, I began to realize why I was stressed out in the first place. Instead of trying to work in harmony with my environment, I was working against it. I was forcing change because I was consumed by the need to prove myself and to succeed. This only increased my frustration. By changing my focus from more success to more harmony, I was able to stay calm once again. Nature does not hurry at all, yet it accomplishes everything. That is Tao Te Ching's way of describing the power of harmony. Just as water can find a solution without any force or conflict, so can we. Everyone can find a greater sense of fulfillment in their endeavors by shifting their focus from achieving greater success to achieving greater harmony. The third lesson that I learned from the philosophy of water is that of openness. Water is open to change. Depending on the temperature, it can be a solid, a liquid, or a gas. Depending on the medium, it can take the shape of a cup, a teapot, or a flower vase. Water's ability to adapt, change, and remain flexible is what has enabled it to remain enduring in spite of all the changes in its environment. Today, we live in a world of constant change. We can no longer expect static job descriptions or expect to follow a single career path. We must constantly reinvent and refresh ourselves in order to stay relevant. These 3 principles have become my guiding principles in life. When I feel stressed, unfulfilled, anxious, or simply don't know what to do, I ask myself, what would water do? This simple and powerful question, inspired by writings thousands of years before Bitcoin and digital technology, has changed my life. Try it yourself and see a difference. Thank you.
Hi, Shisa. First of all, amazing speech. Very good. I liked how you were vulnerable in the beginning, and I want to thank you for sharing that anxiety and stress that you felt. And that takes a huge part to come out and say that that's something that you experienced. One suggestion is the topic was really good and the content was amazing. I think one thing that would help with the impact is having everything memorized. So I think you used the cue cards perfectly. It was good. You used it to trigger what the next topic was and what you wanted to talk about. A topic like this, if you have it more memorized, it'll be more conversational and it'll definitely bring more of an impact. I'm just curious, how did you come across that book and why did you pick that up?
So basically, my dad, is right there, he's very into philosophy. He's always talking to you about Viktor Frankl, Arthur Schopenhauer. So I was in the philosophy section of Indigo, and the book was on the shelf, and it was the smallest, so I thought it might be the easiest to read. So I picked it.
Good answer. Thank you. You did good.